at least a minimum of 5 years to be sharp. It will take you a minimum of 5 years. And some of you are going to develop more than others if they put an effort. You must be an all-rounder. If you are told, because of you are very good in political education and other things, now the region saying, "Mara Chief, you see you can be better." Some regional secretary, we are calling a vote of no confidence. Once you develop opportunistic tendencies, which I agree, I'm available. You are a counter-revolutionary in tendencies. Because the organization has given you an opportunity to go and politicize, and you're now popular. Do you know that in the next coming 5 years, the person who will interact with branches directly is myself? Once I can start to develop an ambition, which I has counter-revolutionary tendency, you are misconstruing your responsibility assigned unto you. Your responsibility is to interact with what? With branches and so forth. Ngoba soyaziwa, so uzibona ngathi and whilst you are not ready. So, fellow fighters, there is again this document speaks about what is happening in South Africa in the current conjuncture. South Africa, we are exporting 80%. We are actually getting most of the things outside. We are importing them. We are getting them from outside. Even food. You look at China. China has a population of almost 2 billion. But people are working in agriculture in China. They are more than 300 million. In South Africa, with a population of almost 52 million, we have employed 2%, which is 70,000, on food industry and development. Now, West China has actually invested almost 10% of its personnel. You go to page 84, that aspect you will get it. I want to engage and ask, I urge you, read the coming revolution. To start with, South Africa is a capitalist country. Yet the colonial character of South African capitalism entails that the productive forces are not fully developed. South Africa is developing a welfareist equal. That's what the ANC government is doing. Abantu also rely on what you call. Now they're introducing another thing, but it's in employment subsidy. In other words, now from Umsebenzi, you must go to the Department of Labor, get a coupon, and then automatically you get your 500, you move around and look for jobs. South African young people are going to get that 500, then they will shower it. Because why do you say you are looking for jobs? Where are jobs? Jobs are not created by South African government. Mzwabile Masina is coming with this myopic black industrialist. I'm saying to you, we have taken the industry of South Africa, we have sold it to what? We have sold it to China and other countries. This black industrialist, if they will come and produce a t-shirt in South Africa, and West China is producing them at a cheaper price, bringing them to South Africa, and the South African tariffs are very low. South Africa sold out in 1994. We lowered our tariffs. So for something to come in South Africa is cheaper. But if ourselves we produce anything, taking that particular product to Germany, it is expensive. Before you can get it to Germany, Germany has protected its what? Even all these countries. Now, if you look at the current setup, ourselves as EFF, if you're page 94, we have made this analysis and research. We are saying the ANC government, this is what is happening in our setup. South Africa exports the following to China. It exports. South Africa produces iron ore. It exports it to China. And then when they export it as a raw material. And South Africa imports from China what? A cell phone and some phones. And those are finished products. In other words, the Chinese working class They will always have jobs. They are secured. Bonavenza, they producer from factories, and South Africa is the consumer. South Africa is immense ore as raw material, as raw. It takes it to China. The wool, the copper waste, the zinconzin and vanadium ore, and nickel plates and sheets and foils. But in China, what the Chinese does, they give South Africa computers manufactured in China, printing machines manufactured in China, plastic, rubber boots, televisions, monitors, kettles, microwaves, dresses, even the t-shirt of the EFF, we're going to get them from China. We don't have any option. There's no company now. When we say we want 2 million t-shirts, they're still going to buy them from China. Suitcases and bags, sport shoes, the khakis that we are wearing, computers and register parts and accessories. Now, this is what we are. This is a colonial feature. We produce the raw material. The forest of South Africa. Every day in Mpumalanga and your KZN, Sikipa, Ingot, we take them to China. And China, it produces the newspaper, nice boxes, fully fledged. Now, this is a new liberal approach. This is where the NC has sold out. You've got an agenda as an EFF political education facilitator. You must know statistics, not thumb sucking. You know, currently in the EFF, we are faced with challenges of getting researchers across the country. You know, the reason is because of thumb sucking. Thumb sucking. Those EFF parliamentarians in legislatures and national, we need some expertise, and we are faced with a challenge amongst us.